So, hi everyone, welcome to Mediumship Monday. Don't know why I put on that voice, I just felt like it. It's so funny that it just feels like something different when I do Mediumship Monday. It's just, I don't know why it feels different. It isn't a whole lot. It isn't a whole lot different from what I do, and it is. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just meant to be when it's divinely timed, more of an opportunity for the loved ones in spirit, aka the dead people. Sorry. I've had a row for saying that before. Whenever I've been at mediumship things, they're like, "You don't say it like that." And I'm like, "Oh, listen, they get my banter. Do you know what I mean? They are dead. So, let's just call a spade a spade. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't being blunt about it. So, I'm sorry if that upsets you that your loved one in spirit is dead, but they are. So they're still there in a different way. So this is a very interesting intro, isn't it? Do you like what I've done there, guys? I felt creative. It just took me fucking not that long, but it was like I was pissing about, and I was just like, it was just because I didn't want all the clutter, which isn't really a lot, by the way, because I've decluttered a lot. Michelle, I can't say that word. I'm reading it right now. Declare-uttering. Declare-uttering. Oh God, I can't. But yes, if you look at Michelle's comment, she's wrote holla declare-uttering. But yes, I have decluttered and detoxed a lot, and I'm very happy with the surroundings in the living room anyway. Yeah, this fucking pink tent takes up half the room, and everybody that ever gets in here comments on it. So it's whether it be the handyman or usually it's some kind of handyman coming to fix something. Do you know what I mean? Like where you hiding the kids? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's for my nieces, and I just what's the point in taking it down? I have sometimes felt that I wanted to get in it for my own inner child, but I got in it once with my youngest niece. I had to get the fuck out of there. I felt claustrophobic. Anyway, I've no idea why they're making me channel that, but it'll have meaning to someone. Right, so, and you can't even see what I'm talking about, but if you look back at some of the older videos, you'll see the pink tent in the background. And by the way, can I just say, while I'm channeling about decluttering, that candle holder, you can't actually see. I don't want to pick it up actually because yeah, it'll ruin the focus. But can we just say I've not got the lights totally out, but maybe we should do that by the midnight. Do you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to risk the camera moving. I'm going to turn the lights totally out apart from the fairy lights and the candle because when I feel like going back on the camera, which will be in a couple of weeks, because when it gets to Aries season, that's when I get all my energy back, typically. But again, this isn't a typical year, because this year's, going to have a lot of dark and light to it. But free, I said the masters. Yeah, I want to do it where I'm sitting in the dark channeling, because I feel like you're going to see all the orbs that are around me. Because I've spoken about that before, that whenever, like, it's funny, it kind of stopped happening for me. It doesn't mean they weren't there, but it was like, it was actually before I was doing this professionally, that it would always be on nights out, and that like these orbs would always show up, and definitely when I done the self timer on the camera, which shows you how old I am. I don't know, I think you've still got self timers on cameras, but it was a thing, you know what I mean? And I worked out that actually I looked better when you took the picture in the dark. I don't know why, but like, you mean, it was like the flash. I don't know, it's weird. But there was always so many orbs, and I counted in one picture there was 17 orbs all around me. And that particular night, I did bump into my divine masculine, who I wouldn't have been referring to him. I wouldn't have been referring to him as that. You know what I mean? Just, but it's yeah, it was probably again because I was in that. Oh, I don't, what if I fuck? Why are we talking about this again? It'll have some sort of meaning. But yeah, it will have been that. It'll be because a lot of yous are all in that dark place that I was in way back then. That I was in a dark place because I was really deeply aware of my feelings for him, knowing that he was nowhere near ready to face them for me, but knowing that I knew he felt the same, really, but I knew that he didn't. Anyway, complicated. It's complicated. And it was interesting because I'd been to a medium, I think it was even, it was not long before, I think it was the same year. So say I saw her like maybe a month before or something. And yeah, it was, I'll never forget it. Like, I've never forgot loads of the stuff that I've been told in any sort of thing, and some of them don't happen until fucking years later. But it was like, yeah, you're going to see him on, this date. It was like, so say it was like, she said, like, that, what day's today? The 13th. Like, you're going to see him on the 13th of a month, right? It wasn't the 13th, but you know what I mean? It was like, she gave me a couple of dates, and it's not like I always think, whenever it's a particular number, oh, like something might happen today. But if when I'm meant to remember, or when I'm meant to be reminded, I do get reminded, and I've sometimes been like, and it, again, it's for some people, if this wasn't me, it would be like, it could be that you're going to get communication, or something's going to happen in the physical, or you're going to serendipitously see them. But it could also just be you get a massive confirmation, or a big sign or something, or somebody says something. It could mean a lot of things to different people. But yeah, that, again, this is my fuck. Anyway, it'll be coming out for some reason. But it was just, I just remembered the photo. I should try and find it, but I remember it because it was like I felt before I went out that I was going to see him somewhere, and I remember she'd said you're going to see him on whatever the date was, the 13th of a month. And at that point, because I was in such that, at that point of fucking just, I mean, it was just shit. Do you know what I mean? It's when you're just like, oh, like, the thing is, this, I'm laughing because I didn't call it at that point. I didn't know that that was a dark night of the soul as well. You know what I mean? I just knew it was like, oh, it was hell. And this is why you've no idea how much I've got so much fucking empathy and love for all you divine masculines and divine feminines that are still in it, and obviously my own divine masculine. Like, and it's horrible. And you'd think with fucking him being the reason I was in it, that I would want to be like, well, fucking you have a turn. Do you know what I mean? You fucking see what I went through. Like, no, because I love him, and I hate that. I don't like the word hate, but you know what I mean? I don't want to think of somebody I cared about being sad, full stop. But just, just because I know how fucking weird it was. Anyway, again, that's annoying me that it started like this, but I just have to keep going because it's what I'm channeling the collective energies for Twin Flames, and that's just, if I'm reminiscing about that time for me, I definitely feel it's talking to me about your twin is experiencing. Because again, when I'm saying your twin, but I mean, if specifically mine, like, yes, it could be that he is going through these feelings right now, or it could be that he's already went through that, or it could be he's not even fucking started going through it. It's just, and again, it's, the point is to get across to you. It's and again, yes, I might know which one it is, and I might not. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But it's just the sort of, keep it back to general, to keep it, because I already share it a lot. But it's basically, the gist of it is that's what I was going through all those years ago, not quite understanding it, why the feelings were so full on like that, and I can't even really describe it. I just can't. Sometimes I can't describe it because I don't really want to go back into those feelings, but um it was magical too, though. You know what I mean? Because it's funny, like, as I'm in this room, I'm actually getting drawn to, like, really big synchronicities, which I'll be able to talk about much further down the line, because it's a big part of my journey. But anyway, I'm drinking fizzy water, so if you hear me burping, it's because that's when I clear energy. If you're new, but it's also I'm drinking fizzy water. But And can I just say, it's because my throat's really sore, and I've not got a sore throat. I was walking in the rain today for 90 minutes, so it's, but again, it's like I don't tend to catch, I mean, famous last words, but I don't tend to catch cold. When I catch a fucking cold, it's like a full blown fucking flu, you know what I mean? And that's, I know it's not good affirmation, but it's just the truth. But it was more just like when I've been channeling these masculine energies, it's the, when I'm doing this, I know that it's not mine. Basically, is what I'm saying. It's like they're telling me the throat. It's the collective of masculines that are already talking, have been talking, or are getting ready to. So if that's not you, because you're healing and you're nowhere near ready to talk, and you've got karmic situations that you're still in, just know that this is me channeling for what's to come and everything. But like I said, there's a huge wave of because I've lost count of how many videos I've done shorts, and this is my third bigger video today. Or is it my fourth? Anyway, because there's one, I've published one. There's one that's getting published, and then there's another one, and I think this is the fourth one. But yeah, the energy is wild right now. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is the different synchronicities that led me to working out that I was a twin flame and who my twin flame was. Well, I didn't need to fucking second guess it, put it that way, because I'm the unique case of my, a false twin flame was in my life before I even knew what a twin flame was to call it that. You know what I mean? Oh my god, I just got to 11:44. I've been looking around the room channeling, and they pulled my eyes to 11:40. So you know what I mean? So that's unique about me, and it's so that I can spot it for other people, because I just know. I'm put this way, I'm very strong-minded and strong-willed, and nobody could tell me different about, well, either of them really, you know what I mean? When I felt that certain way, you couldn't tell me otherwise. But all I can say is when you wake up from the spell and the illusion of, from the false one, or whatever you want to call it, fucking people have all sorts of names out there. False just makes more sense to me. Because it's real, when you're in it, you will be using words like you think that's your soulmate and thinking whatever. But the chances are you've actually been involved with a narcissist. Sorry to be blunt, but it's true. Or like a toxic, well, yeah, trauma bond, or yeah, and then whereas although you will have painful times with your twin flame, and like I said in a video that I done earlier, like your twin flame may even do things on purpose to hurt you, but it would be nowhere near on the level of what a false twin flame will do to you. And again, you might never even know some of the things that both do to you. You just feel it, and again, the difference is you really do feel it with your twin. You might know, they might never tell you, but you just get a sense of. Yeah, that's hard to explain. You'll know what I mean, though. I don't need to. This is what I mean. I can just do a half sentence, because if you're a true twin flame and you're that telepathic, I just feel lots of you'll pick up what I'm putting down. Okay, so that's what all wanted to be channeled there for the first bit of this. So yeah, basically, if you're new or you've never caught me doing this, that was weird. When I swallowed it, went down a bit funny. There's 3 people that have commented right now, and usually when there's more people, I won't do every single person that's commented, but because it's only 3 people, and I specifically asked today that I wanted a relationship to someone in spirit, so you could put mum or you could put granddad or whatever. I wanted you to put a name, or I wanted you to put an initial, so I could see 2 people have done that, and somebody's just put emojis, but that's fine, because the person, I'm just not naming names, you know who you are. Everyone else can see who it is too if you want to go see, but it's like, it's okay for the person that just done the emojis, because I usually just say put emojis, so I know that she knows that whatever she's meant to hear, if she's meant to be picked, it'll come through and whatever. And again, it's like I've channeled people for that person loads, so whoever's meant to come through, if it's a loved one in spirit, will oh, actually, I know who it that's that's really funny. I've just realised something. Right, okay. That's making my eyes water. Oh my god, I think we need to start with you. This is not my emotion. This is not my emotion. This is what it's like being a medium. Do I have to pick it up? I know that that person. So anyway, yeah. Next, you know that I get guided to the outline of a heart, and I'm being drawn. Oh my god, what the fuck am I saying? The outline of a heart. Look what I've put. Look what I've fucking put in it. I wondered why I done that. Some people are going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? It doesn't matter. Even if it's just you three that watch it, that's who it's for. All around my room, I've got a few things in this room that I've got the outline of a heart, and that's what I'm being led to. I'm being led to things that are, I've been led to my oil burner, my two candles over there that are outlined of hearts, candle holders, and I just, yeah, look what I put for the main focus of the video, the two outlines of hearts. That's really beautiful. Okay, so I was just in the middle of saying, Nyx hasn't said, but I actually can translate that from the emojis, and that again, that's because I've channeled people for her in spirit. So that's amazing. See what I mean? This is what I mean about, I've got a telepathy with you guys as this whole family. Even probably, not probably, definitely even those of you that I haven't even done a session with, because again, it's like, because I heal in the dream time, like, so don't be surprised, like if I'm in your dream, you know what I mean? It depends on what I'm, it depends what's, what I'm saying or whatever. It's just, it would be your soul's way of saying, to connect with me, and it could even just be you need to go and watch one of the videos of the channel, or it could be if you're in need of extra support, it's time to book a session or whatever, you'll know. But and I'm being drawn to the rose candle holder over there as well. Again, I'm not getting up to pick all these things up because Nyx has actually saw me show all these things that I'm sort of calling out in the room. But the thing that really that made me sort of cry before I even my eyes homed in on what had made the focal point. Oh, because even the candle. Oh my god, I can't even handle this right now. What? Right, I need to just fucking calm down for a minute. So anyway, this is Nyx's love one and spirit that I'm channeling it, and she knows who that is. What they led me to was, I've got this. It's a fake vine sort of thing that is it's in the shape of a heart up there, and that's what made me burst out, sort of crying. Well, not burst, it made that emotion flood up in me. And by the way, this is, I mean, this is not something I usually get for this love and spirit for Nyx, but it's actually, I'm also being drawn to a lot of stars in the room. So that's going to have some sort of significance to you as well. I just feel like she's saying, you're a star, keep going. That's what I feel she's saying. You're a star, keep going. Really proud of you. And the thing is, look, you can't see, I'm going to have to pick it up. So not only is that the two hearts, the outline of heart, which is significant, but I also feel it's it's the two hearts being significant there as well. Oh, that's a bit hot. This is a butterfly on this, right? Can you see? Right? And it's also got flowers around it. Some would say roses, some would say tulips, but that's significant because I can see you've put the emoji of a rose, which is why it took me a minute to work out. Oh, right, that's how you're telling me who it is. But it's a bit slow in the uptake there. And again, it's so funny because you might not be doing that, but I know that you are. Like, I can tell that is what you were telling me. But you see, the reason why I wasn't meant to click when you done it, because I usually do just say emojis, is because I specifically said to your loved ones in spirit, everyone that commented, or everyone that was going to comment, because time's illusion, start talking to me around the time I start doing it. So, and so that's how I didn't, you see what I mean? That's how I have my boundaries with the spirit world, that it's like there's time and place. But anyway, let's get this. So clearly Nyx's love one and spirit wanted to start. So, oh, and actually, do you know what? if we're talking about an order of fairness, I didn't notice there that Nick's was actually the first one. So there you go, they're doing it in order. Nick's actually was 9 hours ago, Michelle was 8 hours ago, and Nathan was, Wilfred was 7 hours ago. So, right. And I'll be very interested when I get to Margaret, because when I was walking on the beach, I was getting led to different stuff on the beach, and I feel it was connected to Margaret for you, but yeah, you can let me know. Again, it's again, because it's just, I just wanted to do it that way, because I've never done it that way on the YouTube channel. I've done it like that with, you know, probably on the Facebook page or the Instagram or that, but I just it's quite good if you're kind of, you've not got a lot of time, or you want to, you know, for those people that trust me, you know, that it's kind of like, you know, that you've seen when I just pick up on somebody and start bringing through all this stuff. It's just kind of like, you know, if there's somebody you really, really want to hear from, look, stay connected is on the bottom. Then anyway, blah blah blah. Oh, stay connected. That'll be for the Twin Flames as well. That is a fucking repeating message. That's similar to what I pulled out earlier. We are born connected to spirit, often known as divine source, yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from the connection as the journey through life, the physical world. Now is an important time to reconnect to the source, but that's talking about like reaching out to your twin or soul family, whatever it is. Right, so give me a message. Nix's loved one in spirit. What does she need to know? But again, some people are going to be like, what the fuck? But basically what I'm saying is, this is like when I very first started out, and it used to take me 30 minutes to set up my table before I done a reading for somebody in person when I worked in the crystal shop. And then even when I do, and actually still to this day, when I do that session, my chakra soul empowerment reading, which is I'm usually sitting there for hours or something. So it's not a reading, it's a reading. Everything I do is a reading and an energy healing, clearing. That's why a lot of my sessions are way much, you know, a lot more money, because they take ages for one, but I'm also weaving all my unique skills in it. But basically, yeah, when I set up that session, it's for, you know, for when did I make that up? It was like 8 years ago anyway. It was when I made Crystal Clear Visions, but it was before I'd even, yeah, so it was a long time ago. But basically, yeah, like whatever I put on the table, because I'd use lots, I just was drawn to loads of different wee knickknacks. It was always something to do with the people I was going to be reading for that day, or the person, if it's online, I'm setting up it, and I never know, I just trust. And that's what's blowing my mind, that like I've literally feel I've put the two hearts there, me thinking, oh yeah, it's like twin flamey, you know, that's why I like the little thing, it just sits in my living room. But it has way more meaning than I even realised, because I know that that is going to be really meaningful for Nyx, because of the outline of the heart being significant for her, for that love and the spirit, and because it's what I picked up on before. And also the flowers around that candle holder, but also the butterfly. And I started telling the story, so this is probably going to be for next too, or for anyone else, so just keep up with the message. Again, I might dance in and out of a message for the collective, Michelle, Nyx, and Nathan. So again, if you don't like the way that that comes through, I'm probably not the person that you need to hang around and listen to be honest, but I know that most of you get that, because it's not a neat kind of, this is this person's message, this is this bit, like that is not the way that spirit like to channel through me, so I can't, you know, I can't change that. It annoys me sometimes, but that's just the way, you know. So it might be, you know, this is this person's message, but I usually point out like, this is for this is that, blah, blah. Right, okay, because really it's, everyone needs to hear it, it's going to help someone. So because although I know that's specific to Nyx, it'll be significant to other people too. Right, so decluttering. So again, this is probably for the collective, but it might be specifically to Nyx. That candle holder I've had for years, and I love it, right? Because it's just really pretty. It's very simple. It's like hand painted glass, and I can't even remember where I got it, to be honest. But I love it. I didn't want to part with it. But long story short, there was a candle stuck in it. There was a tea light. It's been stuck in it for years, and I've just left it like that. Always kind of been like, oh, you know, I'm going to take that out of there one day, you know what I mean? And it's moved house like fuck knows how many times. and I've not sorted it, but I was watching like decluttering programs recently, and just I love always, if you know me again, I'm always helping people with decluttering the mind, body, and soul, and physical, literal decluttering. I've had clients in person where I've actually helped them, declutter their home, which is hilarious. Because if you've seen if any of you seen my homes over the years, I can accumulate clutter really pretty quickly. But like I say, as I've moved house and as I've gotten a lot better at that, and but basically my experience helps my clients because I weave everything of what I help people with, but um I also get the emotional attachment to things. So again, it's like whether it be through books that I've read or my own experiences of letting stuff go. Like I've spoke many times about when I moved that from a house that I was in for 5 years, and I'd went through extreme grief and trauma from many passions in my life. Um, when I moved house, and I actually got rid of 15. Was it 15? I'm pretty sure it was 15. It was something like that. It was like 15 or 11, or I don't know, it was a lot. But black bags of crap, basically. When I say crap, it was clutter, right? And like one of them, oh, maybe I'm getting mixed up with, there was basically a photo frame that I'd had for 15 years. That was it. There was a photo frame I'd had from Boots for 15 years. And I just kept thinking, I'll give that to someone for their Christmas. Did I give it to someone for their Christmas? No, I fucking never. Did I give it to someone for their birthday? No, I never. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of it. Sell it on eBay. Give it a charity shop. Fucking do something with it. Because you're not giving it anyone's Christmas and you're not using it. Get rid of it. Do you know what I mean? But the point is, it must have symbolised something. That photo frame must have been me holding on to something that I wouldn't have had a conscious awareness of what it was representing. But when I was ready to let go of it, I was like, why the fuck have I kept that? Do you know what I mean? And never mind selling it, I'm giving it to somebody that's actually going to use it, and I gave it to charity. So again, but the point is, you only do that when you're ready to let it go. So again, see through what I'm saying here. Like I don't even know what that's going to mean to somebody, but it will mean something if you listen to the words. It's like you'll let go of something, or you'll realise it's time to let it go when you're ready to, or you'll realise it's time to move on to the next part of your life when you're ready to. So yes, that's definitely going to have meaning to more than one person. But yeah, the point is, I put inspired by when I watch these decluttering things, and they come up with wee clever knickknacks about how to fix them. I poured hot water in the thing, and it melted the wax around the tea light that was stuck, and it came out. Like I went back to, like, I don't know, 20 minutes later, and I was like, oh my god. And I was like, I fucking feel like fucking Kiminaki here, or like, Marie Kondo. I was loving it. But again, that is a bit like what I'm like. But like, because I'm a clear energy, and I'm a space clearer, and and psychopomp work that I do, and the mediumship, I weave it all together. So again, if anybody does happen to be watching and you live nearby and you do, you're finding it really difficult to let go of clutter, or even online, it is a speciality of mine that I love. I get totally geeky about it. Because I'm very patient, and I'm not kind of like, oh, why are you keeping all this crap? You've had it for ages. Like, I'd be very mindful and patient with someone, and I really do get it. It might feel stupid to you, but you're holding on to that old jumper of your dad's for a reason. You're holding on to that teddy of something, you know what I mean? But whatever it is for you, you're holding on to it for a reason, and it means something, and you'll let go when you're meant to let go. Well, that's deep, but it's true. Right, okay. Give us a message, Nix's loved one in spirit. She's actually pulling my eyes to a deck I wasn't going to use, but that's fine. Oh, right, okay. These two cards have jumped out. Oh, look at that. Ancestral wisdom and love. Ancestral wisdom. We are your ancestors. We love you. We walked the earth many years before you. We ask you at this poignant time to learn and grow from our past experiences. You are our legacy, and we will keep on helping you as we continue to evolve here in the spirit world. But that's her just letting you know. And look, it's quite interesting because there's actually there's an older woman, there's a couple of women, and there's a man. So I know that, you know, I feel that that's the man that I know for you. Oh, wait a minute, actually. There's two men that I can think of. There's a family member for you that I know that's passed the spirit. And I know that there's actually a man, another man that passed. I feel it's all the ones in more recent years is what I'm going to say that are speaking to you. The family members and the one that's not a family member. And I know you know what that means. They're basically around you, supporting you right now. Particularly the female family members are there supporting you, like with what they weren't able to help you with in the physical, they're helping you with energetically, spiritually. You know, that they're helping you to love yourself and move forward in the ways that you're meant to. Love is the foundation of your existence, and you're just as worthy of receiving as you are of giving love and compassion. Oh, if you could see the smile on my face right now. While love can be a beautiful emotion, it is equally a form of energy that propels you through life. So yeah, they're really helping you with receiving that love that you deserve. And there's something on the bottom here, like there's a stay connected for you as well. Intuitive nudges is on the bottom, and this feels very in line with the card that I pulled out. Oh, where did I pull? Oh, I don't know. It was probably one of the ones today. I think it was, actually. It was in the one that I've published about, and it was something about, you know, trust and what you're feeling. Intuition is a language of the soul. We're all born aware with a profound sense of inner knowing. Intuition is one of the greatest gifts we possess, which keeps us connected to our higher selves, the universe, and to our divine spirit. I've just realised I was going to turn the light off to see the orbs, but then I wouldn't be able to read the cards. But wait a minute, I'm just going to do that now while I'll finish pulling through Nyx's loved ones and spirit right now. I'm only not saying the connection because I know that she knows, and I just kind of think she knows. So as long as the person knows who I'm bringing through, I don't really need to say. Some of you a little bit. Right, okay. Because I know that's a bit cryptic in general, but I feel when I've already... Right, okay, what else do you need to know? What do you want to say? Wow. Very straight to the point. You are ready for a change of scenery. Explore. And see how that's going to be for way more than just Nyx. 39 as well. So 39 could be significant in some sort of way for anyone out there, really. Or 39 may be significant to you next. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't. Oh. Robins are very significant. Very significant to Nyx, and that's just... Birds are messengers we use to connect with you. Well, Nyx knows that because I was the person that delivered that a few years ago. And I'm being drawn to my Robin postcard that I've got in my room for my loved one in spirit, and that's how I connected. That's just lovely. And I'm being drawn to the thing in the corner of my room that says, it's the thing that I can... Why? Remember your roots and trust your wings. So... Never forget you're loved, love never dies. And again, look, it's got the heart again. She's just letting you know that she's really, really around you at this time. And there's the 9 again. I think there was a 9 on some... I don't know if it was in this or something I was doing earlier, but the 9 is just about there's endings happening in your life. And she's right there by your side. Let us hug you, close your eyes as we hold you close. And I just find this one hilarious because of the monkey. The monkey might be significant. And the 30th, I feel the 30th of March is going to be significant. Now, I actually already said that in the collective reading today. So, yeah, the 30th and the 31st of March come through strong. And the fun fact, the 31st, or I think it was the 31st. Yeah, the 31st of March is actually the anniversary of mediumship. It's got something to do with the Fox sisters. So, that's what sticks out to me about that. Right, what do we need to, which is very apt for Mediumship Monday, What do you want to say to next? Because I wasn't going to use this deck, but the Spirit World are in charge, and it is the Rose Oracle. The Sacred Union. Ah, right. So you see how that's got something to do with me putting me putting these two hearts has got a lot more meaning than fucking hell. The setup's fucking up. Anyway, beloved within inner and outer relationships. So again, what I feel this is talking about is you balancing your energy, because of you balancing your energy, that this is bringing about, you know, a harmonious energy within yourself, which manifests in divine timing. But right now, wait, postpone, pause, say no. Can I just say so? That's really interesting, because I was asking something earlier and that's just answered. That's just literally, that's so clever. Anyway, so maybe someone else was asking about something out there too. But it's like, you know, there's something about, there's a bit of a pause going on right now. It's not the right time for some stuff to happen, but later on it will be. That's basically what they're saying. Weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go, it's not yours to carry. So just be aware there of absorbing other people's stuff a bit too much. She's just really asking you to get grounded, spend some time in nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living and connection. Right, okay, I'll stop there so I can move on to, and then we've got the Great Severin, yeah, and it's all just to do with that. I feel you're really, really picking up on what I've been channeling about today. Very intense energy. It's a mixture of excitement and fear. Basically, it's the old earth and the new earth, you know what I mean? The Great Severin, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So just be aware of that. If you're feeling that kind of angry energy and people around you, or that, you know what to do. Just protect your energy and pull away. Yeah, clear your energy. Do all the stuff you know. Right, okay, so thank you very much for sending Nix's loved one away with that energy. I'm not going to get up and bother turning off the lights, guys, because it's just too, it's the lamps that are on, so I'd have to get up and faff about. So, right, who's next? Let's do Michelle's then. So, Michelle Wren. So, let's see. I'm shuffling. So again, just to, again, we're not at that point right now, but when there is more people, even when there's not more people, what I'll do is I'll just go with who I'm drawn to. But like I say, because there's only 3 comments right now, I just really strongly feel that to give a message to all of you. Right. What have we got for Wren coming through for Michelle? Father's love. A father's love for his son or daughter never dies. The strength gained from such love is often unquantifiable, in that it can be tapped into at any time for whatever reason. Whether your father is still here or has passed, a father's love is one of the strongest bonds any of us will ever experience. Now, if that actually happens to be your father, I'm going to be fucking blown away, right? Now, I know that I have channeled your dad before in personal sessions, if I'm remembering right, which I definitely am remembering it. I've definitely channeled a few of your loved ones in spirit. So again, you can let me know. But that's also going to be, just even if Wren isn't your dad, it's like the chances of that card coming out is pretty slim. So that this is definitely love coming through from your dad anyway, right? And I feel that picture, just the picture, is going to have so much meaning for others out there as well. And it's at 39 minutes. So again, there could be something here about, like, at around the age of 39, whether you've reached that or not, or whether you're long past it being significant there. Yeah, no idea. It's going to have some meaning to someone, but I can feel it. So it's just, yeah, that's really powerful. Right, okay. You're not alone. So Wren, whoever Wren is saying to you, Michelle, you're not alone. We're here for you. We're never left. Through all the sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we're sending you. We're your family, friends, and guides. You never walk alone. We walk right beside you. That's beautiful. And synchronicity, yeah, and sending you the synchronicities and the signs. So those of you have been asking lately to see a sign, I did see a white feather on the beach earlier. It was actually a white feather with little brown lines on it. I didn't end up uploading it because I always take pictures and some days I don't put things up, but it's just sort of coming to me now. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you? And I know that you always do. Michelle sees things for me sometimes too. At this time, people and situations in your life are not appearing by coincidence or reality. They're being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. I feel I want to swap to this deck now. Right, what have we got for a message for Ren? What have we got for a message for Ren? I'm just laughing. Like, Ren might not even, I don't know whether Ren's a male or a female name. I mean, that it might not even be a male name. But as soon as I read it, I felt a male energy. So, but I'm hoping that it could be a female. Right, so we're easing the blockage which is holding you back. Go for it. Again, so that's for Michelle. Wherever you felt there's a blockage, they're helping you with that, and that could speak to other people. Could be something significant about tomorrow, Tuesday the 14th of March there, because it's the 14th tomorrow. And that's the Temperance card about bringing about balance, and then that fits with what I'd said to Nyx about the balance there. Hold this in your heart, not in your home. It's okay to declutter, and look at the story that I told. And I didn't really get in too deep to that, but there was a specific part in my house when I was decluttering that I hadn't moved. It was all these coats basically were piled up, right? Some were hanging up and some were piled up, and I just hadn't moved it for ages. So when I eventually was moving, I moved this stuff. Well, you know, and there was people helping me in that, like pack up my house, and you know, mainly my sort of family and some close friends. And I basically burst out crying, and I thought, what the fuck? But it's because that particular area of the house was linked to a part of me, you know. And again, because anyone that's done my divine detox course that I done, that, you know, it was only a small group, but everyone in it loved it, and it really shifted things in their life, and it shifted things in my life too, which I'm still seeing the benefits of now. Basically, because it was about manifestation as well, you know, because it's like I teach feng shui, you know, I taught bits of feng shui, bits of clearing energy, and bits of manifestation. It's all just bits and bobs of my own unique sort of perspective on things. But yeah, what I'm talking about with that experience, it was like I wasn't ready to face the trauma and letting go of that pain. But when I moved all that stuff in that corner, it was the corner under my stairs, I was finally ready to let go of the grief of that particular situation. So yeah, hold this in your heart, not in your home. It's okay to declare. And there's the 11 again. 11s came through really strongly in all these collective ones today. So Michelle, you might be like, what the fucking hell is that all about? But I really do feel piecing that together. I'm wondering if there's some sort of it's either something energetically that you're carrying that's not yours to carry with that other card, or literally a burden of some sort, or like say it could be literal stuff that you're keeping that you don't need to keep. It's like when people keep things out of respect, you know what I mean? You don't want to throw it away. I don't know. We will assist you in helping the important people in your life use love. We are proud of you and aware of your achievements. So again, I feel there's something here about just a whole load of, there's a quite a similar, I know although this is unique to Michelle here, I feel like I'm speaking to many people. It's like, you know, like, but specifically Michelle here, it's like, yeah, just, you know, that all this love coming in about being really proud of how far you've come on your unique healing journey, you know what I mean? So, and because you specifically asked for Ren, that's what's coming through there. Held. Yeah, sureness of the soil, unseen help, support and community. And yeah, it's just that support and that love unseen help, coming in from the spirit world, the rose garden. Look at the rose theme coming through. It's going to have different meaning for different people. And I know there's another client of mine, so family member, that the roses are really significant. And I'm being drawn to the fake roses over there in my room. Innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with yourself. Yeah, so again, Michelle, that's for you to know. The bloom. Creations realised, right time, harvest, celebration. Oh, and I brought through celebration in the one earlier. And see how when I was channeling about that earlier, it was about twin flame unions, but I feel this is about something different now. But eventually it will be that for you as well. It's like there'll be something to celebrate here, whether it be about love, happiness, abundance, it's something. Something is coming to harvest for you. Right. Star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. So there's something you need to look a little deeper into. Is that the messages finished for? I feel I want to do one more and then we'll move on to Margaret and then I'll get us uploaded. Oh no, I'll do a collective one too. One more from Ren, from Michelle, knowing that this can also be answering other people's stuff out there. And if you let me know if you're not shy, if you liked the idea of this, if you happen to miss it and you want me to do that again, another week, I don't know about next week, but another week, I go with the energy and I go with how I'm feeling, and I was guided to do it to say whatever I wrote. Like, so for instance, I feel, it's because it's, right, it's Mother's Day, right, so it's, like, basically, I've already, it was, it's Mother's Day, coming up, isn't it? This Sunday, so I feel, I feel the mother energy is coming around already. So it was the mother energy I was bringing through at one point there for Nyx. So if people felt their mum coming through with that too, it might have been that. It's that's really lovely. So I may actually do, I feel definitely they're telling me that it'll be a Mother's Day theme for Mediumship Monday on the 20th, because that'll be the day after. So I'll do a specific one about a message from your mother, or it can be a grandma or a nana or whatever you called them. And I'll put out a post again early but just know that I'm going to do a Mother's Day theme. And I might do that for Sibyl. I might just do a theme, right, okay. What do we need to know from Ren, for Michelle? Problems. Yep, there's a similar message, and there's the 31st of March coming through for a lot of people here. And again, it's to do with it being Aries season and fuck it, let's go. Aries don't fuck about, do you know what I mean? Coming from an Aries. Problems that have held you back are being cleared. We are monitoring it. So again, and again, the 31st of March is going to be significant for other people. Changes can bring you new life and energy. As we hold your hand. I've already channeled the 25th of March being significant there as well. So there's changes coming about in the spirit world are supporting you, and make room for that happy ending. It's now within your grasp. And the twos are about love and partnership. So again, Michelle, and this reminds me of pictures. Michelle, you've sent me pictures, videos like that before when you were driving once and you were heading towards the sunset. But again, I feel that's for you, and it's for whoever else resonates with it. About, look. That would be like the 25th of February, which has already been. So I don't know if the 25th of February is somebody's birthday or something significant happened for someone out there as well. But make room for that happy ending. It's now within your grasp. So that was for more than just Michelle. I felt it in my spirit. Along with the people in the spirit world telling me it was for more than just Michelle. Right. Okay, now we're going to move on to Margaret. Right, so this is fun. Right, Margaret. Right, so what I want to say is, before I even pull a card, is thank you, Nathan, for commenting. And I'm like, now I'm kind of like, it is Nathan. I always think that. See, I always doubt it because there's not a lot of guys that comment. But again, I know that it is. I know that Wolf did as Nathan. So, thank you for commenting, because I love it when the men get involved. Because I can always feel you around, even if you're not getting involved. But Nathan does comment every now and again when guided. So I feel now, I don't know if this is this could be when Margaret, could be Margaret, this could be related to Margaret, or it could be related to you. But when I was walking along the beach, I kept being drawn to crabs. So I was like, why am I being drawn to crabs? Bear with me, bear with me. So again, I'm sending away Ren for Michelle, sending you that love, and I'm now doing the message for Nathan for Margaret coming through. But it was like, don't ask me how I know these things, but I could just feel it was linked. It was like, so I was linking the crab to the sign of Cancer, which is July. So again, there could be something about the sign of Cancer, it could be something about July, again, it could be a birthday and anniversary, it could be something to do with Margaret, or it could be something to do with you, Nathan. But to me as well, the Cancer energy, the fourth house, is also, it's our feelings, it's anything to do with trauma, it's anything to do with family, soul family. It can be like hidden feelings as well, because it's, that kind of quiet, feminine, it's our feelings, it's like hidden energy. It's the mother too, it's the mother energy there. So again, Margaret could be connected as, it could be like a mother energy or a grandmother energy. Particularly because they're drawing me to a picture of my mum, and that name is connected. My mum's name isn't Margaret, but that's her middle name. So I'm being drawn to two pictures of my mum. Yeah, so again, just let me know. Again, it's that's what's difficult about when I'm doing this, when I've not got the person confirming it back, but it's all trial and error. So I'm just sort of chucking this stuff out here, because I'm equally now being drawn a picture of my grandma. So anyway, whatever. Right, so what does Margaret want to say though? Because you've already told me that you want to connect with Margaret, so whatever the connection is there. But so the crabs are just, well, I'm sure there was something else though. And then that's when I saw the feather. Oh, that was what it was. I actually specifically started coughing quite badly. And it was actually quite, and I got a bit panicky too, because I was walking and it was raining and I'd finished my coffee. And but I'd realised it's because I'd literally just said, right, loved ones in spirit. And I even actually was like, right, Margaret, and all that for name it. And it was like, and I said, you could start chatting to me now while I'm walking on the beach, or, start talking to me later on when I sit down, or, and they usually come through stronger when I do this. And that's when I started coughing. So again, I kind of feel like I was, it could either be to do with you, Nathan, that you're one of the divine masculines that's finding it hard to find your voice, or communicate something. But it could be something like quite literal, that, Margaret could have passed of something to do with the, well, she could have passed from cancer. There is that too, like literal cancer, if it wasn't about the sign Cancer. But it could be something to do with around coughing, around her passing as well. So again, just take the bits and bobs of this that are going to resonate, disregard the rest. Because it could even, sometimes other people's loved ones can piggyback in on this shit. But anyway, it was just, I wanted to sort of get all that out while I remembered, because it is someone's, because then when I asked, right, okay, take that away, I stopped coughing and that went away. So that's how I know it was either something to do with the throat chakra for you, Nathan, or it was like a literal thing telling me about how Margaret passed. And I'm saying Margaret because it was specifically that's the name you put, but if it's so, let me know. Right, okay, what does Margaret want to say though? Whoever she is. Very clever what they done there though, pulling me to the picture of my mum though. What's Margaret want to say? So again, bear in mind, look, notice what I said. I don't even know what the situations were for each of you. It's just I know that these cards are going to answer And whatever I'm blathering on about, channeling about, is going to make sense to whoever it needs to make sense to, including the people beyond who asked for it. Just know that when you use your voice, you're actually helping other people, because it's going to give others a message as well. So there's even something in that with what I was saying. So it's, yeah, there's something about the throat chakra. Right. Have faith. They're pulling me my pillow over there that says have faith for Margaret. For, oh, it jumped out. What have we got here? Dream talk. So Margaret is definitely passing you messages in your dream there, or she's gonna. Your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. It's just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with more signs, symbols, messages, and more. So again, you know how I feel about the old feather guys, but they are pulling me at the feather picture over there again, which remember says, remember your roots, trust your wings. Being drawn a hummingbird there as well. Hummingbirds are about living the moment, or whatever it means to you. But yeah, feathers, I feel you may connect with when you see a feather being about your loved one's spirit, Nathan. And if you don't connect that, look out for that now becoming a thing. And again, I always say I don't like it because it's like, God, feathers, robins, coins, these are all the kind of general things, you know. It's like, I would want it to be something kind of different if it was personally me, but you know, it's kind of like, it's quite funny because, you know, robin is a sign for me, for my nana. But I didn't pick it, you know, she picked it. And it's, if you knew, that it's this, there is a story behind that. So again, now with me going on about robins, are robins significant to you as well? But it's and there could even be something significant about the name Robin. It could be anything there, but it's, or somebody else's Robin jumping in. But it's kind of like yeah, a robin used to come and visit my nana every day, so that's why it makes sense to me that she chose a robin. It wasn't just because robins are something that people connect with loved ones in spirit. It was kind of had more meaning than that. And I still never done that, did I? I wanted to post that magical little video that I took in Italy of a robin, and I don't know that I ever got around to doing that. I don't think I did anyway. Someone remind me of that. If someone wants to see that, remind me of it. I'll look it out. Right, okay. What else does Margaret want to say? Soul solitude. Your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. Now, I really do feel, and when I say I really do feel it's stronger, this is about the time that you've been, just basically how much you've been getting guided. I just got drawn to 5757, so you might want to look out what 5757 means, or I'll put it below probably. Yeah, just the amount of time you've been getting guided to spend alone. And it's for a reason. It's because of your ascension process, like just how much awareness is coming to you. And like I say, if it's you and your twin, basically. It's you're both getting guided to really spend a lot of time alone to prepare for when communication starts happening. However far away that is. They're pulling me to the Two of Cups up there, which is that. Okay, I can't believe ours getting up, but it's the one that's like that on that particular card. It's the one that I had for one of the Mediumship Mondays where I just pointed the camera at that card and it had the coffee stain on the bottom, and I remember channeling about basically, and I don't know whether you would have watched that one, Nathan, but I know that I'm really appreciative of when you've said that you love my videos. So you may remember it, you might not, but it was just, I basically channeled about, like, you know, you're two imperfect people. So I think there's something here about just remembering that whoever it is you want to communicate to, whenever that might be, that she'll have her own fears as much as you. Do you know what I mean? Oh God. Okay, do we need to get the love cards here? Because bringing out everyone's secrets here, but we are a Twin Flame channel. Because look, I shuffled out of all those cards, I pulled out the same card. So that is the way that they're telling me that is you're both going through the same thing. You're mirroring each other, is how I would say that. And then look, I got drawn to 57, 57, which isn't mirror numbers 57, but it's it's two the same number. You're two halves of the same coin. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're the yin and the yang, and you're both getting guided to go inwards at this time. Very interesting. We need the love cards. Right, so what have we got? What do we need to know here? And Nathan, I would really, really appreciate it if you just let me know what specifics popped out. Again, if there was bits that didn't resonate, you can let me know too. But what I'm trying to say basically is you don't need to, well, I don't know how fucking I can't look at this. Whenever this happens, this means something. I can't articulate what I'm trying to say. So I feel this is about you not knowing what to say to your twin, or your twin not knowing what to say to you. But again, I'm going to say it would be both of you. So maybe, it's usually that whoever is the feminine has, what would we call it, moments of clarity, or might be in a place of stepping into a masculine and being masculine energy and being ready to say something or whatever, or so just take it where it resonates. But I'm just getting this feeling of being tongue-tied, and I feel it's for both of you. So you'll know whatever reason that is for. And then they've drew me the affirmation, which was for March 4th, that says, am I worthy enough to do this next thing? Yes, I am. Yes, I can do it. And I feel that is about wanting to reach out and contact someone. So I'm really, really wondering right now if you're one of the divine masculines that's in that place of either gearing up to do something like that, or may have already even done it. But I don't think so. I think if I'm pulling this through, it's about just Margaret saying, so she's watching what's going on. Right, just to bring it back to the fact that you'd asked for what Margaret thinks about this, and Margaret's the one to talk about love, guys. Right, so what do we need to know about? Oh, look. Oh, come off it. Margaret, are you Nathan's mother? If this isn't your mother, it's a grandmother energy. Mother Rose. Fucking hell. Returning to each other, compassion, humanity, and I pulled that out in the collective one earlier. Yeah. There's something. What's the affirmation? Because Love Island's coming on in 20 minutes. I'm thankful for the moment that I'm currently in. I know you believe me, guys, but just in case, I'm thankful for the moment I'm currently in. So basically, you're learning the lessons that your souls might be learning at this time, and so is your twin flame. Whether you know them or not, but I get the feeling you know exactly who this is. And I'm just trying to think, again, I don't like relying on things from like memory, but I feel you said something on one of the shorts ones, I think, about I just I can remember kind of what you said. So I can't remember exactly what you said, but I remember the feeling of it. So, and anyway, you know. So I just feel this is, you know who this is, and it's I feel it's something around like you maybe not, you're just maybe wondering whether they're going to be open to you forgiving them. It was something like that. And then look, as I pulled, look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationships, obstacles, look for ways around the obstacles to find happiness, and there's a happy wee couple in it. So again, I feel it's like you've been tuning in deeply about these obstacles and things in the past. Oh my god, right, okay. Right, listen. Nathan, if you just want to be short and straight to the point and say that made sense or it didn't make sense or whatever, that's fine. But if you can be specific about if you can, great. Or like say, what I'm saying is you don't need to do it in public. You could just let me know in private. You could send, use the Soul Fam Wolfpack email or clair-everything@gmail.com. Clair-everything@gmail.com. But look at what I said about the yin to the yang. And again, I shared this before, but somebody said that to me not too long ago about me and my twin just needed to both get our shit together basically because we're each other's other half. Like she actually said, you're each other's yin yang. Again, not knowing that was really significant to me. But yeah, she was that person was like, she didn't know who I was. She was just kind of like, you're each other's twin flames, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yep, tell me about it. Like the yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. That's crazy that I said that about, and then it came out. But it's because it's not me, it's the spirit world. So what I'm saying to you is go for it. What have you got to lose? And what I can say to you is, yeah, I've said before, again, I can't go into loads of detail about it, but in the past, I have had moments where I just really felt I had to do this for myself. Whether or not I was going to get the outcome that I wanted, I had to do it for myself. Whether it be to lift in some sort of distress in me, whether it be that I felt it was going to lift something in him, I had to do it, and as long as you're coming from a place of it being with a good intention, and you're not expecting too much to come from it, you're just doing it because you love this person unconditionally. No bad can ever come from that. You know what I mean? It's always grow. Even if you get ghosted or that, it's always just what's meant to be happening. But let's just see what else we need to know about that. Again, let us know in the comments. Let us know something in the comments. For fuck's sake, come on, people want the goss. But let me know the details in an email. Or if you're really brave, book a session. But again, just let me know. We want to hear from more of the men. And look at this. I can't. Fucking hell. I was shuffling all those cards, which are 2 decks together, and that jumped out again. So, whoever Margaret is, Nathan, she's really telling you the same thing as that woman told me. Get your shit together, you two. You're fucking twin flames. And you both recognise that. Recognition. The divine will help you recognise signs of miracles. Oh my god, this is magical. And it's safe for you to love, and you're going to end up fucking married, for fuck's sake. Look at this. When you have the heart-to-heart conversation and you free yourself from wherever you feel stuck, wearing a mask. Wow. Oh, you can't see the card, sorry. So what order did that come out? This is definitely more than just for Nathan's situ. And well, I'm fucking hoping it is for Nathan because it's coming out for someone. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, that is you and your twin. Basically, I got led to that card before I started. It is safe for you to love. And you're freeing yourself from wherever you felt trapped, whether it be in your own thoughts or feeling like you're not going to be forgiven. I feel there's something about that. It's time to take back control of your life. You're taking off a mask, or your twin's taking off a mask, wherever that applies. I feel it's for both, really. Because even with me, if you see today in a deeper way, I've been really out there for a long time in the public eye, doing my thing, helping with ascension. But there was always another layer to it. And like you say, you start to see a wee glimmer of some of the more stuff that they want me to lead down. I've spoke about things like this. I spoke about ascension, like you say, from the very start. But it's just that I usually keep the deeper stuff for personal sessions. But someone is wearing a full self mask in this relationship. But again, I've had these cards a very long time, and that it never means anything too dark for me. It's just about, because Cupid's behind the head, it's like someone just had deeper feelings than they were letting on. So I feel it's you had deeper feelings for your twin than what you were letting on. yeah, this situation involves marriage. But like I say, it's like, I feel it's talking about the energetic union that's taking place, that you're the soul merge, your twin flames, it's happening for the both of you. But I do feel as well, it's like you're literally going to marry this person. Oh, look at the shit that's kicking off because of that. But the heart-to-heart conversation needs to be had first. I honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And sorry, I mean, I can't do it for you. I can't. That's what's coming through for. That's what's coming through, and I just feel Margaret wants to say one more thing. Oh, two more things. Gratitude and, oh my god, vulnerability. Vulnerability. And what's one of my keywords you can see on the background? Vulnerability, connection. I can't remember the other words because I made that up ages ago. But yeah, vulnerability. And this is what I'm a teacher of. Teaching people that vulnerability is a beautiful thing. And, everyone does that in a different way. Apparently for me, it's fucking bearing my soul and telling the world how much I love my twin flame. It's going to bring about good in my life in many different areas, not just the twin flame physical union. It's about just basically showing, like, look, what was the big fucking deal? Everybody in my life knew anyway who I've been in love with this whole time, so I just was letting everyone else know, and him. In case there was any doubt as it reached 111. So again, there might be something significant there about November coming in there as well, or the 1st of November significantly, or 11/11, because that's come out a lot today. This is confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, and I've just been channeling about, I feel this scary conversation coming, but it's an exciting one. Tread into unknown, familiar territory where decisions are based more on intuition rather than rationality, and that's why I was channeling about the feminine energy there as well. So even if it's got nothing to do with mothers and grandmothers, it's about you're tapping into your deeper feelings. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. And again, thank you so much, Nathan, because you, once again, using your voice and speaking up is leading the way for the other masculines. It reminds me of the other guy out there. Oh shit, is he Nathan? Now I'm fucking getting confused. Wolf dude, if your name is not Nathan, forgive me. Because there's the other man that comments that he might be Nathan actually. Oh fuck's sake, I'm totally confused now. That'd be hilarious. If, oh wait a minute, and it's come off. No, wait a minute, he did tell me his name. Oh no, he might be Nathan. Oh, now I'm totally confused. People are gonna be finding us hilarious. Right, Wolf Dude 1. Sorry if you're not Nathan. The guy that's like C0 bloody bloody blah, he might be Nathan. Now I've confused myself. But whoever that is, these are the two guys that only ever talk. And then there's the other man that talks as well that I can't remember the name right now. But it doesn't matter, right? Like, that I was channeling this message from Margaret for you, Wolf Dude. I'm sure you're Nathan though. Anyway, I might be mixed up about that. But whatever it is, I feel you're all letting fear get in your way. All of you masculines that are listening to me, you're all letting fear get in your way. Even the women, this might resonate with some. It's part of the conditioning that you've been mistakenly, so it's not your fault, led to feel that when you're vulnerable with someone that you love, that has got the potential to break your heart, that it's just far too scary to go anywhere near. But it's a really beautiful thing, and it's what needs to happen, and it'll be mirrored back to you. Look, gratitude. And it could even be that Margaret's saying, she might have even contributed to that, you know what I mean? Because we've all had different influences in our life, including Margaret, whoever she is. So, but she's suggesting you be vulnerable with this. Life is one big continuous circle of giving, receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. Yeah, so there's something about being grateful for this connection, which I can feel that you are. But it's like, I also feel that you're one of the masculines that's been stuck in a lot of fear and doubt and worry about not being forgiven. Is that right? Tell us something else for these cards. Yeah, look, openness. Be open to accept divine guidance in your relationship. But I actually feel like the divine guidance comes through right now, but I also feel that's about you being open. Just being open with the person you need to be open with. And staying optimistic. Positive thinking and faith will bring about romance. And look, Adam, there's something here about marriage and engagement, because there's engagement. Your love life's ascending to a higher level of commitment, right? Now, it could just be that, because this card can also just mean you're both ascending, and therefore if your soul is merging, you'll physically come together at some point. But like I said in a video earlier, it's not always right away, right? Some people are like, oh, if your souls merge, you're going to be together soon. Not necessarily, because I had people tell me that ages ago, and it never physically showed up. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it can happen sometime later, so just be mindful of that. But some kind of look at it, some kind of separation is coming to an end. Time apart from your partner's on the right, but I'm feeling like some kind of separation is due to come to an end at some point. When someone starts flirting and the chemistry starts going, and like, I feel it's like it's got new love here, but I don't feel it's new love. I feel it's an old love coming about in a new way. And it's maybe it's you finding out about being twin flames, or maybe it's you're the one that needs to tell her. You're the one watching this channel. I don't know what it is. There's something about, that's my twin flame card. But there's something about picking up the flirting and the chemistry here. Extend your light-hearted energy to others, and it is Sagittarius moon, and Sagittarius moon is about that banter. Do you know what I'm saying? Because yours truly has a Sagittarius moon. There's a strong magnetic attraction here, and someone needs to start the flirting and the chemistry. And I would do it before Venus moves out Aries. Because guess what I've also got? That's right, Venus and Aries. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Right, Nathan, there's somebody... sorry, I keep calling you Nathan, so hopefully you're not... Wolfdude, you need to honestly discuss your feelings with someone. And you're going to... That's for us to wonder and you to know. Right, okay, that's your message over. We're sending lovely Margaret away, but she wants to say one more message before she goes. Give back. Again, I feel this is just literally about you giving back that love that whoever your twin flame is, whatever she gave to you, it's you now want to give that back to her where you didn't before, or where you wanted to give more than what you gave. Today is the day to cast aside normal routines and make your main purpose to serve. It's about giving back without any thoughts or expectation of giving in return. And look at, oh my God, this is magical. Look at what I said. This is for more than just Wolfdude. This is about what I said. Just say what it is you want to say, and know that vulnerability is a beautiful thing. Put yourself on the line, like I feel this person done for you. And just let go of the expectations and just see what happens. Reach out and touch other people's spirits, as it's highly likely that someone really needs it today. Right, okay, I'm not being funny, but remember when I said I've had moments where I've had to put my ego aside. And this isn't just about my twin, it's about him too, but it's about when anyone in my life, when I can think of times in my life where it's like I've actually knew the other person was in the wrong, but I've actually kind of thought this person's never going to put their pride aside to, or they're not going to do it anytime soon, like to apologise or whatever, and we're just never going to talk again if I don't say something. And I've done that with loads of different people in my life, so it could even be something like that. And again, it's annoying being that person, but again, I am a healer, so okay, I have to watch with that, because I can't always be the one that's, because in other circumstances, you know, it has been actually in hindsight I've realised shit, like, you know, it was quite manipulative, you know, of some of the, but these are the people that aren't in my life anymore, but it was all a learning, so it's not always in that way. Do you know what I mean? It can just be the way that someone's been brought up, that we've all been brought up in that way, in some sort of way, I would say, you know what I mean? It's like, because in the past, I used to be really stubborn, and I am with some things, but I'm way less stubborn with others, you know what I mean? It's more just, it's a balance, it's about a different balance, whatever that means to you. But yeah, it's, someone really needs it. Basically, Wolfdude, I'm feeling it's like it's either you that really needs that connection, because all these cards about stay connected and we're better to get all the collective messages I've channeled today as well. But it's like either you need it or your twin does. So if you can be the one that puts your own fear and ego aside to reach out to them. I feel you need to, because I do feel they need you. And again, that's been coming through from the feminines very strong, or the twin, you know, the twin that gave a lot in the past. Yeah, right, okay. Right, we're sending Margaret away. Thank you, that was lovely, and I'd be really keen to know what that was all about. Right, okay, so I'm just the messenger. We're going to end it with a light worker collective message, because it is 1 minute to 9. And, remember I said though, I don't think I really do want to watch it in real time, because there's a weird frequency that they emit when you're watching these programs live. More of a weird frequency than, you know, when you watch it after it's went out live. But I mean, like, this is even, I don't mean like live when it's broadcasting to everyone. I mean that is literally like live. It's not just like when it's being broadcast. Anyway, you know what I mean. Hopefully you know what I mean. Right. And again, I know some people are going to watch and think, what the fuck's she on about? But other people will get what I'm saying. And also, I want to honour collectively that today is actually the anniversary of the Dunblane massacre that happened when I was a kid. That was really awful. So I'm just honouring all the beautiful angels in spirit, which are now, God, they'll be, you know, adults in spirit, because that happened when I was a kid. But it just always stands out to me. I just always remember that the 13th of March is the day that happened. So what have we got? What is there going to be one of the same ones from earlier? What collective message, whether it's linked to I'm just always laughing that card that publishing company is called Blue Angel. And it's just funny because I bring that angelic frequency, and I've always got blue somewhere, even if it's navy blue, like my dressing gown. And the blue, yeah, blue angel. So I feel that's going to resonate with my fellow Blu-rays. So if you've got a lot to say for yourself and you saw through the illusions of this world and you did not let them put anything near you, if you know what I'm saying, you're more than likely a Blu-ray yourself. But you can still be like that and not be a Blu-ray, but you'll know. Right, okay, so. Oh my God. I knew that. I was going to say it. I'm fucking blown away. But they just wanted to back me up with what I'm saying. Look at all those cards. They just wanted to back me up with what I'm saying about Love Island. Because change it to fucking Super Bowl or whatever that's already been. But whatever gets emitted live to you in your country, look at this. Hold your centre. And life path is behind it. Hold your centre. And unplug from mass consciousness. As I literally just referred to wanting to watch Love Island. But that feels like they're telling me either, I'm going to watch it anyway, but they're either telling me that we do want you to watch it live to see if I can pick up on any kind of subliminal, unhelpful things that they're putting out there. Or it's just basically backing up what I said. Or that they're basically wanting me to take a while to do this so that I'm not watching it live. Even if it's like a few minutes behind. But that's really deep, guys. Because this is like, if you saw what happened earlier, I said I felt like this card was going to come out. Because I've picked up on the masculines that were asleep are now awake. Or they're waking up even more, as in they're ready to talk, or they're ready to go to their twin, or you're ready to go to your twin. Or you're not ready to go to the twin yet, but you're really awake from what you were asleep to, basically. Because look, these people are asleep. So it's like either you were this person that was asleep in a life that felt like, you know, You may have really quite liked it, and then when you wake up from it, you're like, what the fuck? How did I not see this before about this person? Or how did I not see this about all these people? Or how did I not know that they were my twin flame? Or how could I even question that person's genuineness in my life when now I can see that they've always been genuine? You know what I mean? I can feel all these questions going round my head. It's like, yeah, unplug from mass consciousness. Like, all I can say is congratulations, you've woke up. You're freeing yourself from the matrix. There's a theme today. There's a theme. Unplug from mass consciousness. But I'm sorry, I'm not watching Love Island. If they're telling me no, that's not happening, right? They're gonna. I've claimed this. I've watched it all. I need to watch the last one. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on, will we put it up there? Unplug from mass consciousness. Wow, that's really deep, guys. Unplug from mass consciousness. This is not just about Love Island, obviously. This is basically meaning, well, if you're somebody that's absolutely glued to the TV, as in you still watch the soaps back to back and back, you definitely need to unplug from that, because that's complete programming that I came out of. My God, like I actually escaped from that as a teenager, like, because I had watched things like Neighbours and Home and Away and Corrie, and some of these are UK programs. So if you don't know what they are, well, some of them, the other ones are Australian, but you know, it's the UK ones. Like, I was watching them from like a kid right up into teenage years, and then I was like, this, like, that's, you know, was part of my first awakening, and I was like, or a deeper part, I was like, these programs are awful. Like, why the fuck would I want to be putting that in my head about murderers and, you know, and cheaters and just all this really dark, depressing shit happening? And then I noticed that they'd really done it strongly on the heightened energies, like, you know, like in this country, Christmas Day was always a famous one for really horrible, depressing episodes. And I thought, why aren't they putting stuff out like that on a day where we're all meant to be celebrating with our family? Do you know what I mean? And it's just that, you know, they just make me channel the things that wake you up to life. Now, I already read this on the one earlier, to be honest, and, you know, talking of spirituals, 21 could be significant. I say that all the time, don't I? It really must be significant to someone out there. 21 is a world card coming full circle. Spiritual service, I mean, I've done my spiritual service, do you know what I mean? So I'm clocking off for the night. 7. I'm clocking off, family of light. And I often say that too, don't I? But I done this for those of you that are in the dark night of the soul, because it's rough and I'm a dark night of the soul teacher. That's the one we're using today. I use a different label for myself every day. Right, let's read 7. There's a belief system based on fear, doubt, and distrust that is known as mass consciousness. It says it's safer to stay with the crowd, not to question what you've been taught. So again, that now ties into what I was saying to Wolf Dude about a lot of us, or all of us, have been taught that vulnerability is not safe. You know, hide your emotions, hide your deeper wounds. Don't tell people how you feel, because then you're going to give them the power to hurt you. That is all so fucked up, but all of us have all felt that at least somewhere in our lives, or you still feel that. It's the complete opposite. When you find somebody that you know is worth giving your heart to, give your heart to them. They're going to break it at some point. We all break each other's hearts, right? And a lot of us will hurt each other without even meaning to. And there's a word that you use that's called sorry. Do you know what I mean? And people that are of true, genuine nature will accept your apology, because they'll know that they're also not perfect, especially your twin. Will accept that, you know what I mean? Right. So stop putting your twin on a pedestal, basically, is the message. We've all done it. I've done it. You've done it. You're doing it now. Stop putting them on a pedestal. They're just a person. I remember another medium saying that to me once. Like, why are you looking at this guy like the sun shines out his ass? Like, he's just another person. I was like, but it's him. Do you know what I mean? Insert name. But it's like, but I'm like, it's him, you know. And it just, because he was just so amazing to me, and I'm fucking cheesing when I'm saying this right now. But at the same time, he annoys the fuck out of me as well. Do you know what I mean? He annoyed the fuck out of me then, he annoys the fuck out of me now. It's like, and I annoy the fuck out of him. Like, I will trigger and annoy the fuck out of him